Very good afternoon to all. Thank you for being here today. So we are just beginning our CA Connect, and our today's topic of discussion is data analysis through TallyPrime. I'm sure this topic is of prime importance. Each time when we do something remotely to audit, we have a good response. So our expert for today is CA Dhara Gandhi. Dharaji needs no introduction as she's a regular speaker at our forum. She's a Tally evangelist and a practicing chartered accountant, spearheading her enterprise into direct and indirect taxation. She's a regular speaker at various chapters of ICI. She has taken numerous Tally trainings on topics of GST implementation, audit, taxation. She is also a visiting faculty at various institutions, providing lectures on financial services and capital market. And today we are thankful to her for taking out time from a very busy schedule and agreed to do a session on TallyPrime. Yeah, okay. So before we begin, I think a note to the audience, please direct your questions to Q&A and please write your comment or any queries by Dharaji on the chat box so that we can keep track of your questions and make sure all of them are answered. So thank you, Dharaji. Over to you.
Yeah. So should I share my screen now?
Yeah. Your camera also can be tilted a little down.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So is my screen visible and
Yes.
am I audible?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are in good health. And we have just crossed our busiest schedule of audit, and yes, not yet completed. Still, ROC compliances and returns for audit cases are still there. Uh, so so today I'll be taking a topic of data analysis through TallyPrime. So basically, I personally use all the features pertaining to audit through Tally, and there are still many features which are, we are still exploring as a professional. So regarding stock, regarding ratio analysis, regarding data sampling, this Tally Prime is giving a wonderful features, and it is saving lot of time of us during the audit. Specifically, if we do stock analysis, stock verification through Tally, it is very helpful to us as a professional. So I'll try to discuss some of the points pertaining to data analysis, some of the amendment points, which is ratio analysis and reporting. So I think this is amendment in company audit, CARO audit. So we have to mandatorily give certain ratios. We have to mandatorily report certain ratio analysis and figures in balance sheet of private companies. So there are many ratios which we have to give comparatives also. So rather than calculating these ratios manually through formulas, we have this facility in Tally Prime, which we can, mix and match certain features, and we can definitely get the accurate ratios from Tally Prime. And apart from this, definitely certain hidden features of stock verification I'll try to tell you, which usually clients use, and we might be as a professional don't know. This area is unexplored, so you can catch things easily through this data verification features. So I have one dummy tally data I'll show you. So initially, to use this feature, definitely we have to activate the audit feature through gateway of Tally company alteration. This is the basic thing which we usually do. We have to set a password and we have to activate this audit feature first. After activating this audit features, we will get some additional report like display more reports. Display more reports, you get analysis and verification. So this analysis and verification have two heads. One is voucher verification and one is data analysis. So in my previous seminars also I have given, a detailed seminar on data analysis part, item wise data analysis also we have already discussed many times. So today I'll be focusing basically on data sampling. अगर अभी कंपनीज का डेटा बहुत वास्ट है, वेरीफाइंग ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इज डेफिनेटली वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस. So what we do data sampling. There are different methods of data sampling, saying that someone do random data sampling, some people do, sampling on the basis of facts and figures, some people do sampling on the basis of transaction type, if the transaction is exceptional in nature. So we usually try to, fetch certain transaction, sample certain transaction which could at least cover 80% of the voucher verifications of the company. So in small companies, as in this dummy data just have 600 vouchers. So the 600 vouchers are not the pain, but the company which have, multi GST numbers, the company which have multiple units and multiple datas, are managed by them. So we just need certain sampling methods in that. Apart from this, obviously related party transactions, we can define it from here. So how to do this data sampling?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
somebody's written that the voice is not stable. I think should be fine. Just a little bit of disturbance comes
just
in.
just a
And ma'am,
minute.
if you could also put your laptop on charge, we could see this battery might
Uh-huh.
get discharged soon.
Just a minute. Give me a minute. Sorry, give me a minute. So thing is, I was talking about the sampling of data. So in a company which have multiple vouchers, how to sample the data. So we just need to go for a master configuration option in data analysis, and we have to use the sampling method. So there are various sampling methods given here. You can see first I'll restore this to default. Okay. So now this is the list of voucher types which are shown in this Tally data company. This may vary according to your client's data type. So basically, I just need to, jot down that which 100% vouching I need to, for which voucher 100% vouching is need to be done, and for which voucher random vouching needs to be done. Suppose for purchases, if I take purchases, so usually we can verify this purchases through nowadays through GSTR 2B, GSTR 2A. So what I'll do is I'll do random sampling for this purchases. So total number of vouchers, if I say I want to vouch, suppose 50% of vouchers for this. So the vouchers, will display randomly. So from all 600 vouchers, certain 55% of vouchers is randomly sampled, and I can, check this through the supporting vouchers and the way I want to. Okay. And apart from this, certain cream areas like stock JV, I want to vouch stock JV completely. So I'll mark all vouchers to be checked in stock JV. Now in sale, suppose in sale, I want to check only maximum amount. So suppose 5 lakhs till 25 lakhs. So I have to sample, I just sampled certain vouchers of sale ranging from 5 lakhs to 25 lakhs. Obviously, we won't be able to check entire thing, and sale and purchase thing is like easy cake for us because we can verify this through GST portal. So apart from this, debit notes, credit notes, I want to verify. So I can put a sampling, either random sampling in this, either we can put amount range in this, either I can use even number vouchers, either I can use odd number or specified period, specific vouchers. There are many ways to classify your sample in this voucher type. So after classifying this, suppose purchase also I want to check from 5 lakhs rupees to 25 lakhs rupees maximum. Payments I want to check even number vouchers. Not even number, I want to check for specified period. Suppose I want to check it from 1st January 2019 to 31st March 2021. I want to check for this period only. material in and out. If your company is maintaining, definitely we have to check all the journals also. So journals also, I don't want to check it completely. I want to check journals amount starting from 1 lakh rupees till 15 lakh rupees. Sorry, 1 crore 50 lakh rupees. So this is the sampling which I gave according to my client's role. So this sampling method you can change on your own. After you give this sampling, you just need to come to voucher verification again. वाउचर वेरिफिकेशन में आपके सैंपल डेटा अलग हो जाएंगे, जितने भी आपने सैम्पलिंग किया है ये सैम्पलिंग में अलग दिखेगा, और इसमें से आपने कितना वेरीफाई किया है, कितना आपको इंटरनल ऑब्जर्वेशन चाहिए, कितना आपको एक्सटर्नल ऑब्जर्वेशन चाहिए, और ये इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल ऑब्जर्वेशन के बाद कितने वाउचर्स इसमें से ऑल्टर किए हैं कंपनी ने, ये भी आप ट्रैक रख सकते हो. सो व्हाट आई पर्सनली यूज दिस फीचर इन माय ऑडिटिंग इज, सपोज आई हैव classes sample this much vouchers. So what I'll do, if I check this entry, I put a remark as verified. If I check, if I need some confirmation from client, I'll put this as external confirmation. If I need any explanation from my team or any document I want it from my team, then I'll put internal observation. Suppose I put external observation that I need some document proof for this. Okay. If I need some document proof for this, so ये external confirmation में classify हो जाएगा. अभी जितने भी आपके queries है सब कुछ आपको track कर सकते हैं और एक ही साथ आपके clients को send कर सकते हैं. So what I did, external confirmation में मैंने classify कर दिए थे n number of transaction. What I did is मैंने external confirmation को track किया. If we do F12, I need narrations along with the same. I said yes to narrations. वेरिफिकेशन आई नीड यस. क्लाइंट का नोट मुझे साइड में चाहिए, मैंने कौन से डेट और टाइम पे ये ऑब्जर्वेशन दिया था वो मुझे चाहिए, बिकॉज आई नीड टू ट्रैक मेरा क्लाइंट कब तक रिप्लाई करता है. वेरीफाइड बाय हूम, क्लेरिफिकेशन फ्रॉम हूम. ऑब्वियसली अगर बड़े कंपनी है तो यूजर्स डिफाइंड होंगे क्लाइंट प्लेस पे भी, सो यू कैन ऑलवेज पुट दिस एज अ यस. शो कैटेगरी यस, ऑल टाइप, शो प्रायोरिटी नो, आई डोंट वांट शो प्रायोरिटी, डिफॉल्ट. तो आपको एक ऐसा शीट मिलेगा डिटेल वेरिफिकेशन नोट के साथ. सो व्हाट आई डू इज आई एक्सपोर्ट दिस शीट इन एक्सेल, एंड एक्सेल आई सेंड इट टू माय क्लाइंट. So what they do, either if they know this function then it is well and good. If they don't know this function, वो एक्सेल शीट में उनको सारा उनका वाउचर नंबर, ट्रांजैक्शन वैल्यू, मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन, उनका ऑब्जर्वेशन, मेरे ऑब्जर्वेशन का डेट टाइमिंग और उनके ऑब्जर्वेशन का डेट टाइमिंग, मुझे सब कुछ वहीं पे मिल जाएगा. So tracing different things, बार बार query list send करना client को और बार बार revert track करना, it is difficult. Now what I tell my usually I tell my client, अगर कोई entry rectify करनी है तो वो tally में ही rectify करते हैं obviously. तो यहाँ पे alteration में मुझे वो भी trace हो जाएगा कि मेरे client ने जो मेरी query थी वो resolve की है या नहीं. So this is a wonderful feature which I usually practically use in data analysis if the software is definitely a Tally. So it is very much easier for us also to trace the queries, to alter the queries, and definitely we can keep a check कि अगर alteration किया है data में तो किसने alteration किया है. So for huge companies, this checking, this sampling thing, and definitely query posting and revert on that query tracking is really easy for us. And definitely we can save this view if we want this sort of view. We can keep this view. अगर मैं F12 करके और कुछ फीचर्स इसमें चेंज करने की कोशिश करती हूँ तो डेफिनेटली वो भी हो सकता है. अगर मेरा ऑडिट कंप्लीट हो जाता है तो वेरिफिकेशन कंप्लीट, तो मैं यस करके वेरिफिकेशन कंप्लीट करके मैं सेव कर सकती हूँ कि नाउ ऑल दी क्वेरीज हैज बीन सॉर्टेड एंड ऑल दी क्वेरीज हैज बीन डन. तो एक ऐसा मुझे चार्ट मिलेगा wherein it will be it will be a final report showing कि कितना वाउचर्स सैंपल हुए हैं, क्या अमाउंट का सैम्पलिंग हुआ था जिसमें से कितने वाउचर्स वेरीफाई हुए हैं, कितने वाउचर्स वेरिफिकेशन पेंडिंग है, ये पूरा एक कंसोलिडेटेड डिटेल्स विल बी एबल टू फेच आफ्टर लेजर स्क्रूटिनी. वी कैन यूज इट एज लेजर स्क्रूटिनी. So लेजर स्क्रूटिनी के लिए दिस इज द अमेजिंग फीचर which I practically use in the high turnover company. So it is very easy for us to track, you know, the changes done, what vouchers has been verified, and definitely we can save this as an audit document also. So this feature is definitely a very great feature in Tally. And one more thing I usually do is, even if it is a private company or it is not a private company or public company, I try कि मैं ऑडिट लॉग का फीचर क्लाइंट के टैली में एक्टिवेट करवा देती हूँ, जिससे I'll be, you know, you'll be able to fetch कि बैकडेटेड ट्रांजेक्शन कौन से हुए हैं, कौन से ट्रांजेक्शन, कौन सी एंट्री कैंसिल हुई है, किसने एंट्रीज डिलीट की है, स्टॉक के क्या ट्रांजेक्शन हुए हैं. सो यूजुअली वो भी वी ट्राई के वो भी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन क्लाइंट के यहाँ पे हम लोग कर सकते हैं. एंड डेफिनेटली मैं मेरे हर एक सेमिनार में बताती हूँ कि ये एक जो ऑप्शन है वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ बैलेंसेस, इसके थ्रू जाके जो भी मैंने सैम्पलिंग की वो डेफिनेटली आई कैन गेट. सपोज अगर मेरा कैपिटल अकाउंट है, लाइबिलिटी अकाउंट है, व्हाटएवर अकाउंट है, अगर मैं यहाँ से जाती हूँ, यहाँ पे मैं और फर्दर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन कर सकती हूँ, हाईएस्ट से लोएस्ट अमाउंट कर सकती हूँ. सो दिस फीचर आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेक एंटायरली दिस टुडे बिकॉज दिस हैज ऑलरेडी बीन डिस्कस्ड. सो डेटा सैम्पलिंग अगर मैं करती हूँ तो मेरा वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ बैलेंस भी प्रॉपर होता है. और यहाँ पे अगर आप देखेंगे तो डेफिनेटली हाईलाइट ही हो जाता है रेड में कि कौन सा नेगेटिव बैलेंसेस है, और इसको डेफिनेटली मैं और डिटेल्ड में भी कर सकती हूँ. सो इट विल बी, यू नो, इजियर फॉर अस टू गो थ्रू द एंटायर ट्रायल बैलेंस. दिस इज रेप्लिकेशन ऑफ एंटायर ट्रायल बैलेंस. सो एक स्ट्रोक में मुझे मेरा पता चल जाता है कि कौन से लेजर में इशू हो सकता है, कौन से लेजर में इशू नहीं हो सकता है. सो दिस हैज ऑलरेडी बीन डिस्कस्ड इन मेनी सेमिनार्स. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, मैंने आपको जो सैम्पलिंग बताया ये भी आप यूज कीजिए आपके टैली के ऑडिट में. इज वेरी वंडरफुल फीचर. सो वाउचर वेरिफिकेशन, वाउचर सैम्पलिंग बहुत इजीली होता है. आपको पता चलता है कि कौन से बिल्स आपको स्पेसिफिकली निकाल के चेक करने हैं. अमाउंट रेंज पे हो सकता है आपका सैम्पलिंग, रैंडम सैम्पलिंग हो सकता है which I specifically told. अगर आपको कहीं भी कुछ भी इशू लगता है तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन, you know, get into that transactions more. यहाँ से डेफिनेटली आप आपका ग्रुप, कौन से ग्रुप में आपने सैम्पलिंग किया, कौन सा नहीं किया, वो भी चेक कर सकते हैं. सो प्लीज यूज दिस. दिस इज वेरी अमेजिंग फीचर और ये आपका ऑडिट का बहुत टाइम बचा देता है. एंड डेफिनेटली ऑडिट क्वालिटी भी बहुत अच्छा होता है सैम्पलिंग से. सो दिस आई ऑलरेडी शोड यू कि आप सैम्पलिंग कर सकते हैं, या तो रैंडम सैम्पलिंग कर सकते हैं, और इधर पीरियड वाइज सैम्पलिंग पॉसिबल है, अमाउंट वाइज सैम्पलिंग पॉसिबल है, ऑल वाउचर्स इफ यू वांट टू सैंपल ऑल वाउचर सैम्पलिंग भी पॉसिबल है. सो दिस सैम्पलिंग मेथड इज वेरी इफेक्टिव इन टैली. एंड डेफिनेटली जो इंस्ट्रक्शन टैली से दिए हैं वैसे ही सैंपल्स निकलते हैं, उसमें सैम्पलिंग में कोई इशू नहीं होता है. और इसमें और भी ऑप्शन है, अगर आपको सैम्पलिंग स्किप करना है कोई ट्रांजेक्शन के लिए तो आप स्किप कर सकते हैं. अगर सैम्पलिंग आपने करके रखा है, अब आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं ये वाउचर टाइप नीड्स 100% वेरिफिकेशन, यू कैन डिलीट दी सैम्पलिंग. रैंडम सैम्पलिंग ऑप्शन you have, and at the day you don't want to keep this record sampling, so you can restore this sampling as default sampling. So after completion of the verification, we get this sort of summary report in which total number of vouchers per voucher types are recorded, how many vouchers you have verified, how many vouchers is sampled, that can be seen. Okay. So now important part is verification of stock. सो यूजुअली जो ट्रेडिंग वाले क्लाइंट्स है, रिटेल होलसेलर्स, उसमें इतना स्टॉक वेरिफिकेशन में कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर में या टैली में कहीं इशू नहीं आता है. बट इफ योर क्लाइंट इज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग क्लाइंट, या तो फिर यूनिट कॉस्टिंग मेंटेन होते हैं, तो आपको उसमें स्टॉक डेफिनेटली बहुत डिटेल्स में देखना पड़ता है. सो डेटा एनालिसिस, आई गो थ्रू डेटा एनालिसिस ओनली. फिर मैं आपको इसमें और फीचर्स बताऊंगी स्टॉक वेरिफिकेशन के. So basic things what we check in this stock part is, first thing, negative stock. Definitely we'll go through negative stock, negative ledger. This is the cream part, while doing auditing. Another is stock not used during the year. मतलब stock opening पड़े हैं तो definitely we have to see कि stock का aging उतना है या नहीं जितना वो closing stock में park किया हुआ है. फिर not used in current year and only used in current year. सो ये पहले के इयर्स में स्टॉक नहीं थे तो कुछ नए स्टॉक इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ है, क्या हुआ है. तो हम लोग को ये बेसिक 4 पार्ट्स में स्टॉक वेरिफिकेशन डिपेंड करता है. वन इज नेगेटिव स्टॉक वी डेफिनेटली नेवर लीव एंड नॉट यूज्ड इन करंट ईयर, ओनली यूज्ड इन करंट ईयर. सो इफ वी गो थ्रू दिस नेगेटिव स्टॉक लिस्ट, ऑब्वियसली नेगेटिव लेजर्स हम लोग को डेफिनेटली रिपोर्ट करना पड़ता है. वी हैव टू आस्क फॉर क्लेरिफिकेशन फ्रॉम आवर क्लाइंट्स. सो ये आपको नॉर्मल ईयर एंड पे नेगेटिव रिपोर्ट दिख रहा है. आई वांट कि मुझे डेली नेगेटिव स्टॉक रिपोर्ट चाहिए. So there is a tab F10 wherein you can get daily negative stock report. So this is daily negative stock report. Obviously जैसे cash negative daily हम लोग check करते हैं वो acceptable ही नहीं है. Negative stock भी even if for a day it is not उसका explanation we definitely fetch from our clients कि आपका negative stock क्यों है. अभी when I search this negative stock on day basis, definitely I've filtered the items जहाँ या तो कुछ entry mistake हुआ है या तो कुछ तो भी issue हुआ है. Now what will I do? यहाँ पे और मैं further verification कैसे कर सकती हूँ?
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Just
Yeah.
that we might have crowd from south also, and there might be a situation that somebody doesn't
so
understand.
no problem. I got it. Okay.
Thank you.
So verification of stock items में what we can do more. So initially there are 4 classifications which I told you. Now what I did, I took this negative stock classification. Now I am going through this negative stock report. So in negative stock report, I want to check daily negative stock report on daily basis. So I opened this feature. So it is showing daily basis the negative stock report. Now if I want to check this specific item in this, suppose I want to check this Apple earpod 3.5, that what is the issue with this Apple earpod and why the stock is negative. So there is one more option, F8, show stock item. So if I go to this stock item, this Apple earpod 3.5 ka opening balances, then purchased during the year, when I purchased, from whom I purchased, then outward during the year, to whom I sold, how many pieces, at what rate I sold. I get the complete report of this particular item. You can see, including this voucher numbers, from whom did you buy, how much was the opening amount, to whom you sell, and what is the closing stock. And I can even put my verification note here. I can put my verification status here, that I have checked this item or not. Suppose this item I have verified, I will put verification. If I want to put verification note, I can put verification. Now on 17th June, this item is, getting negative now. So definitely I'll need some confirmation from my client. I'll put a note for my client and I'll save this as an external confirmation. So in this entire item, I can put a verification note, I can put a verification status, and I can easily export this in Excel and send it to my client and ask for explanation. Now, apart from this is so definitely what we did. We went to negative stock ledger, then negative, we came to daily negative stock report. Now from daily negative stock report, we came to particular item. So that still we can verify more in this. A wonderful feature which I found in this stock report is, definitely I'll use this go-to feature, stock query. So suppose I've seen that negative ledger, that Apple earpod. Okay. So this is the stock report, stock query, wherein this is the stock item name, closing stock negative. This is the cost price. This is the average cost price. जितना मतलब whatever I have purchased during the period, from whomsoever I have purchased during the period, I will get the rate, and this tally will calculate average cost of entire inward. standard price, average cost, standard price. Then what is my sale price? What is my average sale price? Why it is getting negative? If your client is maintaining go down or batch, the go down details will come here. If your client have same category in this, then that same category will be listed. So this is the consolidated report. Up specifically, you are not finding it worth here because this client is trading client. But if your client is manufacturing client, then that would be a raw material here, from where raw material is purchased, how that raw material is converted to consumption, and how that consumption is maintained in specific godowns, how much similar category of raw material is required in this type of production. Entire report you'll be able to see in this stock query feature. So I think these features were not completely explored by the professional, but this is very useful when your client is manufacturing client. So entire, if I see this Apple Watch, from whom they have purchased from, to whom they have sold, what is the average cost of purchase, what is the average cost of sale, even I can see margin report here. If I want to see what is the margin of stock, what is the discount percent of stock you have given to this client. So this is the easy accessible report. So what basically I did is, I just shortlisted one thing, a negative stock. I went to negative stock. I could see only three negative stock in this, on the year end. But what I did, I gave one more filtration to this by using the daily negative stock. I went to daily negative stock. There are a lot of items in daily negative stock. Now, what I can do, I can still filter this negative stock with difference in opening balance is not used during the year, however I want. And the best part of this is I can save everything. I can save this report. So next time when I want to open this report in Tally, so this negative stock report in this daily basis form will be saved for my future references. I can save this for this company. I can save this for more companies if I want. Let me see. You have option of saving this for this company, you have option for saving this for all companies. So whenever you will open this stock query details, stock details of different companies, you will get this view only. So this is also saving lot of time of us. And how to open this report, we just need to use this go to feature. So you will get this view here only, saved view, stock group summary, trial balance. You have saved certain views which I usually like my report to be like. So this is definitely in your audit feature, definitely use this stock query feature, wherein specifically clients are manufacturing clients, and there are lots of issues with the consumption, where there are lots of issues with the stock JV. So definitely you'll be able to fetch a particular raw material, how it is converted to finished product, and what is the go down type. Everything you'll be able to get in one go. So this stock query feature is really wonderful, and definitely we have to give ratio analysis also this year for a company, corporate clients, and definitely if your GP or anything is consumption ratio is affected, you will be able to fetch the report from this. You just have to shortlist the major items of raw material, major items of finished goods product, and you can use this feature and definitely get a good report, a good stock report. So apart from this, there are certain stock which is not used in this year. Definitely you can check this stock from here only. Just show item, there is no transaction in this year. Show stock classified as primary only. Now this is a dummy data, so there are no more classification. If the classification is more, then definitely you will be able to fetch a great report out of it. Certain items are not used in this, not used in current year. So specifically these, this field I definitely used when my client's stock is perishable. So we just need to see stock aging. The stock aging, if the age of stock is not this much, then how come this stock is in closing stocks in so many years? So from here also, if you want to see particular stock item, definitely you can go to a particular stock item and see, okay, what is the issues with this item, and definitely you can use go to feature and use stock aging analysis. You can use stock aging analysis for your stock. Now, definitely different stock have different aging values. So you can directly go to stock aging menu, and you can put the number of days according to the life of the shelf life of the stock. So you will get entire report. Definitely this entire report also we can get it in Excel. We can share it with our clients. You can ask for explanation from them. We can put comment also here, and we can save this report. Apart from this, if you want to change aging period, you can change aging period according to your client's product. If you want to show value, if you want to hide value, you can do that also. Valuation कैसे करना है? Definitely FIFO method or average cost price method or zero cost method or standard cost method, that also you can do it. So usually we follow FIFO method. So the stock according to your method, according to your aging period type, it can be directly generated from here. So many a times when management asks for this aging report, or we have to put a proper query on, or explanation that why the stock is not used in so many years. So we can definitely use this report for shortlisting the item which is not used in current year. So this feature also are used and only in and items only used in current year. So this is the basic item which was not there in opening balances and is used in current year only. So we can definitely sort this as per the value or whatever the way we want. Suppose negative, so we have already shortlisted negative. So basically this feature of stock report is also excellent in this. And apart from this, we can check optional vouchers. I'll use go to option only. In voucher report, we can check this also, optional vouchers. If your client has marked certain vouchers as optional voucher, so this voucher is visible here. Suspend 6,800. So some entries are there in optional voucher. But when you specifically go to suspense account, you won't be able to see that voucher amount anywhere, because that voucher has been marked as optional. Optional voucher is that voucher they have kept for their own use. So there is no effect of this optional voucher in trial balance. There is no effect of this optional voucher in any of your balance sheet, profit and loss account, or anywhere. So definitely while conducting the audit, you definitely have to check, okay, is there any optional voucher? What is the reason of marking any voucher as optional? What is hidden in this voucher? So they have marked the optional vouchers for them. And definitely, if not required, you have to make this, make this vouchers delete before closing the audit, because if it's of no use, then why it is standing as an optional voucher? And definitely, how they can mark it as optional voucher? What they do is they just go to voucher option, more voucher option, and they'll go for optional voucher. They can mark anything as optional voucher. So before closing the audit, definitely we have to check this as optional voucher. And one more thing, one more concept which I want to discuss about this stock is, I don't know many people are aware of it or not, physical stock entries. What usually clients do is, suppose I'll again go to that negative stock list. Suppose I have posted this query that your 12 Apple earpods are negative stock at the year end. So what option they have? They can enter a physical stock entry, wherein they can define at the year end how much stock is laying with them. So Tally automatically will wipe off the balance amount of stock. if I want to show you, I'll just give you a demo entry. So this is very important thing. Suppose I'll show you physical stock register. There is no physical stock register maintained here. But definitely you will be able to check this in your manufacturing clients. Just type physical stock vouchers. Go to list of physical stock vouchers and check if they have marked any stock as physical stock vouchers. Giving you an example, suppose this stock is negative. The stock is negative at the year end, negative 12 pieces. Now, if my client want to hide it from the auditor, what he'll do, he'll just put a physical stock entry saying that the stock of Apple EarPod is zero at the year end. So what Tally will automatically do, Tally will automatically show this quantity as zero at the year end. So I won't be able to detect कि वो कहाँ गया stock. And definitely, if I want to detect that, I have to go to physical voucher and stock vouchers entry, and I have to go to that stock query which I showed you for a particular item. So अगर कोई भी item वहाँ से physical stock से गायब हो गया तो definitely I'll be able to fetch that items and definitely I'll ask for the explanation. So usually manufacturing clients use this feature in their tally to hide the negative stock, or suppose definitely physical verification of stock for all clients are not done by us. We rely on the management representation letter for the physical stock verification. So if during the physical stock verification, if they come across certain stock which is there in books but actually physically not available in factory, or suppose if it is not there in books and physically available at factory, so they usually use this feature physical stock register and put the entry according to the verification. So easily when if you go through a specific, if you are just flying from P&L and balance sheet and just checking the inventory, it would be very difficult for you to, fetch this sort of transactions from it. So easily you can do through physical stock register. So I can't show you the entry of physical stock here because this is not the manufacturing client. So basically, you can try it on your own. You just try to pass any entry as a physical stock entry, and you just check the effect of that physical stock entry in your stock. So you'll definitely able to understand that how this physical stock entry works. And definitely, you can check it in
There's
your.
a comment on the chat box to repeat this.
Sorry.
आप chat box में देखिए physical stock वाले part के लिए वो वापस से repeat करने बोल रहा है.
Can we repeat this, at the end of the session if they don't mind, or if
Okay,
you don't mind?
sure.
Okay.
So actually, ma'am, आप क्या करिए, आप chat वाला box खोल के रखिए so that as and when if somebody replies, you can see.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, usually what we do, we take all the queries at the end of the session. So it would be great if let them put, their queries in chat box. We can take this or attend this at the end of
Sure.
session. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Done.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, so I was speaking about this physical stock voucher. I'll repeat this one more time. Suppose I am checking the stock. I am finding any negative stock in my client's book. If I ask for more confirmation, what practically they do is they just put a physical stock voucher and they can erode this negative 12 pieces as zero. Now, I can't practically show you here, but definitely after the session or maybe personally, if anybody need to understand about this physical stock entry, definitely I'll do. In short, what I will tell you right now is whenever you are closing your audit, just go through this physical stock register. Now, this physical stock register is nothing wrong. At times, it is explainable also, and this physical stock register stock entries are maximally used by manufacturing clients. But before closing the audit, definitely go through this physical stock register. If there is any physical stock entries and there is no proper explanation for them, definitely recheck it through that stock query option. You just need to find from where that stock has been came, how it is consumed, in which godown it is laying, and how it is processed. So this is the very important part before closing the audit. Please go through this physical stock entry. And if you want a demo of this physical stock entry to be done, definitely I can't do it right now because this is a dummy tally data. So definitely, if one-to-one, if anyone wants to understand about this physical stock, definitely we can attend them post this session. So before closing the audit, specifically for stock, definitely use this feature wherein you get a ready material for checking of stock, wherein it is divided into 4 parts. Never ever check this only negative report, because maybe it is possible at the year end it is showing negative. Check daily negative stock report. If you are not getting any more details, you can use another feature saying stock query. So in stock query, definitely you will be able to fetch a detail from source, from opening, inward, outward, go down, everything. So these are the basic, matlab, you can definitely do a great audit with the help of this stock feature in TallyPrime. I practically use the stock feature verification in every audit of my client. So even if it is a minute thing which I cannot see on the face of trial balance or profit and loss account or balance sheet, definitely I can fetch this detail from either of this stock report. And definitely every report I can convert it into Excel and send it to my client and ask for explanation in that report only. And if they try to alter any of my verified voucher or report, definitely I get a separate report saying that your verified voucher has been altered. So this sampling thing is excellently working in TallyPrime. This stock thing is also excellently working in TallyPrime. So maybe after completing the session, maybe we'll take some of the entries of this physical stock also. So you will be able to understand how this physical stock entries work. And definitely never ever, avoid that optional vouchers also. We need explanation for every optional vouchers marked by the client, that what are the entries for, what are the source of entries, why it is not reflecting in our actual books of account. So what practically I do is, after ledger scrutiny, I check this physical stock entry, I check this optional vouchers entry, and if it is not required, I request my client to delete it ASAP, because that might affect the accounts after closing audit in future. So definitely use this feature of stock and data sampling in TallyPrime. This is saving a lot of time of us while conducting the audit. Apart from this, the hot cake nowadays is ratio analysis. This I've already explained. Negative stock on daily basis. Then there's a shortcut of seeing the items. This I've already shown you. This stock query also I've already shown you in live tally. So from where the purchase is coming, where it is getting sold, and if there is a physical stock entry, you'll be definitely able to catch it from here also. Stock aging also, I have showed you that definitely we have to fetch details of the stock aging from our client. If the stock is perishable, if the stock does not have that much life, then how client has treated that stock and why it is there in our closing stock since long time. So the stock aging report is again very important. verification of balances. I already discussed this with you. If there is any negative balance, it will be specifically get highlighted in red. So it is easier for us to check that also. Voucher register verification status also I showed you that if I mark it as external confirmation or internal confirmation, I can export that it in Excel along with the name of person commenting, the date which I have sent them, and the date on which I get reply. Specifically, if there is errors in entry, if there are altering that vouchers, it will be specifically shown here as altered. So if it is correctly altered or not, we'll be able to fetch that. Now, another hotcake going on is this ratio analysis. You all might be aware that the Caro amendments has been implemented in financial year 21-22 reporting. The schedule 3 has been changed for companies, and now we have to show a detailed ratio report in our annual accounts of the company, wherein we have to show multiple ratios along with how we have calculated that ratios, and along with that the ratios for the current year, the ratio comparatively of the previous year, what are the variances and what are the reason of variances. So this change has been already implemented in reporting for financial year 21-22. So the ROC compliances and uploading date is 31st of October. So we have already prepared all these details, and we have definitely generated UDN also. So this details has been freezed. So many of the ratios which we calculate manually, usually in our client's case, we can calculate it through Tally, provided the accounting done in Tally is perfect. If the heads of sale or if the heads of direct expenses and everything is perfect, will be able to fetch these details nicely. I hope this is visible to you because the report is very vast. Is this visible? This is
Very
the,
tiny.
just a minute, I'll zoom. So now is it like visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So particularly we need to share this ratios, current ratio, suppose a current ratio, then how did you calculate the numerator of current ratio? You have to define that. How did you calculate the denominator? You have to define that. What items you have considered, what items you have not considered, you have to define that. What formula you have used to calculate the ratios, you have to give that formula also. You have used current assets upon current liability. What are the values in financial year, that is current year 21-22, the ratio in times or percent you have to define. What was the value in last financial year? So if you are trying to change some head, definitely this ratio will affect. And if this ratio will affect, you have to calculate the net change. There was a 66% change from last year to this year. Then what are the major reasons of changes? What are the reasons of variances in ratio? That is also to be given. So this was the current ratio. Apart from this debt equity ratio, this all basic ratios definitely will be able to get through Tally only if the accounting are maintained nicely. Then debt service coverage ratio, that is your total revenue divided by interest. Then returns on equity ratio, inventory ratio turnover, along with the numerator denominator, you have to give everything. Your trade receivable turnover, your trade payable to purchase turnover, your net capital ratio, your net profit ratio, return on capital employed, return on investments. So these basic ratio analysis we have to give for all the corporate associates along with explanation of variances. So how we fetch this from Tally, we have an option of ratio analysis on gateway of Tally itself. So some basic ratios we get it from here only, as in current ratio, debt equity ratio, what is the net profit ratio. So if accounts are properly maintained, we can get this specific ratios from on the face of Tally itself. And apart from this, if you want any other specific ratio, we have option to calculate that also from Tally. What we'll do is, we'll go to this display more reports, analysis and verification, data analysis, and analytical procedures. So now in analytical procedures, suppose we are asking for one ratio saying that trade receivable to turnover ratio. We are asking for trade receivable to turnover ratio. So we'll be able to fetch this from through our analytical procedures. I'll do comparison on group to group basis. I'll take base group as sundry debtor. I have to compare this sundry debtor with sales account. I need for a current period, I'm using 2021 because this is dummy data and there is no much data in 21-22. So I'm using 2021 and 19-20. So I'll be getting this entire variance report wherein I'll get comparison of debtors versus sale account. So what are the debtors and sales ratios in current year? What are the debtors and sales ratio in previous financial year, and what are the variances? So this is, very easy for you to calculate. And apart from this, they need a ratio of sundry creditors versus purchase. So it would be very easy. You'll be, easily calculating. And even if there are a lot of hidden sales, you get this headwise also. Delivery charges, installation charges, and sale along with comparative. So if there are major variants, definitely you'll be able to see, check it through Tally itself, where is this variance and how it is working. Suppose I need sundry creditors versus purchase account. So I get this variance report of sundry creditors versus purchase account. What is the percentage of creditors and purchases in this year, at last year, and what are the variances you'll be able to see in amount as well as in percentage. So definitely we have to confirm these things with our clients also. If there is lot of change in ratio, lot of variances in ratio, definitely we have to put a accurate comment on that what are the basic changes due to which this variances are occurring. So basically current ratio will be able to fetch from Tally itself, debt equity ratio will be able to fetch from Tally itself, debt service ratio also will be able to fetch it from Tally directly, provided the accounting done by them is proper. Inventory ratio, definitely inventory ratio also you'll be able to fetch from using this procedure itself. Stock in hand to sale also you'll be able to fetch. So various permutations and combinations you can apply in this analytical procedure window. So you will get a ready report of balances for current year, of balances of previous year, and the variances amongst the same. So this was actually very useful, while reporting this ratios also, because if I calculate this ratio manually through Excel, definitely I'll check it through the accounts also. And if I'm getting this ratio directly from the tally, provided tally entries are done properly, so it would be easier for me also to avoid manual calculation and get the calculation from my software tally itself. So variances also we can discuss it, with our client, that what is the basic reason of high variances. So this was the report which we are supposed to give as per Caro reporting for all corporate associates. So reason for such variances, definitely we have to take MRL for the same and report it in our Caro report. So this was the major change. Apart from this, there were several changes in Caro reporting in Schedule 3, as in the number of days in receivables have been changed, trade receivables reporting, trade payables reporting is changed. So we can definitely use the option of this aging analysis of receivables, aging analysis of trade payables in this. So that was also very useful while reporting that. And definitely we have to take MRL from our clients also to recheck everything. So these were some of the features which was very useful in auditing, that was sampling and stock related. Definitely, I hope you explored some new features of stock during this session. And definitely this ratio analysis thing is also very important. And the thing is, when you get things directly from the tally, then why you have to work on it on manual basis? I think this tally was very useful in calculating this ratio analysis thing also. So this was a great feature in tally. So you can use any permutation combination in this analytical procedures. Suppose if not in ratio, for audit purpose, you have to check anything, you just have to ledger also analysis can be done, ledger to group analysis can also be done, group to ledger is also being done. I usually prefer this group to group analysis. And even if this ratio analysis was never mandatory in Caro reporting, then also I used to use this feature in tally, for detecting the variances. So this is also amazing feature which I usually use in my audit work in Tally. And apart from this, definitely you get many more useful reports in Tally, saying stock summary, stock aging analysis, movement analysis, stock transfers, that is from one branch to another, then stock item cost analysis, location and go down summary, stock item wise profitability. Definitely, if you want to check which item has been purchased at what amount, sold at what amount, and what is the profit margin of that specific stock item, that also is possible. Checking is possible through tally. Then order summary, definitely you can put entries of purchase order, sale order in tally, which is definitely marked as optional vouchers. So definitely before closing the audits, go through the optional vouchers tab and go through the physical stock entry tab also. Then batch summary as in manufacturing date, what is the expiry date, even barcode entries, everything can be customized in tally and can be used in effective manner. Then what is the reorder status report? So there are several amount of features which is unexplored while checking the stock items in tally. So apart from this, you can customize this the tally the way your client stock is there. So it is very useful. Apart from this basic thing, which is balance sheet, profit and loss account, trial balance ratio analysis, you can fetch it through tally itself. You don't need to do things manually. And this was the major change which many professional was like took n number of time to complete this ratio part. So this ratio part is definitely we can fetch it from tally itself along with the variances of last year. So I think this Tally was really useful in this analytical part also. So any specific questions? Miss Komal, are you there?
हाँ मैम एक सेकंड
Yeah.
हाँ बोलिए
I think I read some thing in the chat. What is the difference between stock query report and stock movement analysis? So we'll
Yeah.
go through both the report.
And I think there's also how to activate audit log in Tally.
Audit log is my first thing I told you. You just
Oh
need
हाँ
to, yeah, I'll send that again, no problem. So to use this feature, basically, you need to enable this audit feature, wherein you just need to go to a gateway of Tally company, alter the company. In company alteration, you have this feature of enable audit feature. So you can see this enable audit feature here. You need to put user name, password. You have to set a password and you just need to enable this audit feature here. So once you enable this audit feature, you will be able to access all this report of auditing.
okay ma'am so now that our portion is over I'll allow audience to have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think Vanna ma'am has also written.
So Vandana ma'am is there.
You have to press F12, then it will show the enable edit log.
Ma'am,
Hello. Yes.
yes. Ma'am, in this TallyPrime, this cash flow analysis report is not coming correct. Because I have seen this cash flow, they're ignoring the opening balances. Why is it like that?
So basically, this cash flow statement will come properly if the accounting or the voucher entries are properly done in Tally by the accountants. So even if after correctly posting the entries, if the cash flows are not coming correctly, then definitely you can get back to Tally team. They'll help you that where is the issue in your Tally. Because in my client's case also there was some variances, so I could sort it out because the voucher entries was not properly posted. So sir, please check if the vouchers are properly posted in
We
the
have checked
account.
it, ma'am. We have checked.
Okay.
Entries are correct, but we saw why it is showing that minus. So Tally is ignoring actually the opening balances.
So what you can do is you can just take a screenshot or you can just export the report in Excel and send it to Tally person, or even you can send it on mail to me. I'll go through it and I'll get back to you.
Shall I supplement?
I'll give you my email ID also.
Shall I supplement on this issue?
Yeah, please, sir.
The issue could be because of the change in the groupings. The basic
Yes.
groupings which are done by Tally, you have to be very careful if you are regrouping it or renaming it or restructuring it.
Correct.
Thereby also the cash flow statement may get affected. For that matter, any report may get affected.
Correct, sir. The posting should be done correctly under correct head. Maybe they are not classifying, maybe the accountants are not understanding to what is the importance of classification of ledger and Tally. So if classification is properly done, definitely the report will be reliable and report will be proper. So I think there is some issue with the classifications.
And second thing is the cash flow statement which is prepared by Tally is not as per AS3. So it can only help you in preparing the cash flow, but it will not give you the cash flow.
No, it is not
that
cash
will be
flow
the
as per
reason.
ES3. I think
Yes,
this
it's not
Tally
in time.
people are, I think this Tally people are working on the revised schedule 3 and the reporting as per revised schedule 3. So I think we'll be able to fetch this Caro reporting also from Tally maybe in some months or something. I think they are working on it.
Can you throw some light on the method of valuation?
1 second. Mr. Sumir, is your doubt query answered?
Yes, ma'am. And one more is there, that physical verification of
Physical
stock,
stock
which
voucher. So
ma'am
sir,
was telling.
yes, yes, the physical stock voucher. Now I can explain you this physical stock voucher if I have the proper tally data. This is the dummy tally data. So I can't show you this physical stock voucher entry in this. So post this session, we can definitely comment. We can definitely connect, and I'll personally show you how this physical stock vouchers work. So either you can connect me on my email ID, or definitely I'll share my contact number to you also. So we'll connect, and I'll show you how this physical stock vouchers work.
Okay, ma'am, in Q&A also there are 2 questions by Mr. Karthik. How to calculate ratio in times rather than default percentage in analytical procedures?
Definitely you have, if I have my Excel sheet in front of me, I'll definitely tell you. Give me a minute, I'll check. There are defined formulas which we basically use in calculating this. You just need to do division of your, numerator with denominator. So you'll get the item, you'll get the item in times rather than in percentage. And if you want to do in percentage multiplied with 100, you'll get things in percentage. So this is easy. For times, you just have to, suppose in current ratio, divide your current assets by current liability. So you'll get the ratio in times. I'll show you in my PPT also. So this is in times. So what I did is I divided this current assets by current liability. So I got this figure in times. So I got the ratio in times. And if you want to calculate in percent, you just need to reverse your ratio and multiply by 100. So you'll get it in percentage. And if you need this formulas also specifically, so I can share the Excel sheet also. Just put your email ID in chat box, or you can send an email to my email. So I'll share this Excel sheet also with you. So this Excel sheet contains entirely formulas defining numerators and denominators, how to calculate that in times and how to calculate that in percentage also. So I might miss the emails given in chat box, but if you can put a mail to me, definitely I'll get back to you on this.
Next question is, what is the
Yeah.
difference between stock query and stock movement analysis?
I'll show you. So I'll practically show you this stock movement and query analysis. So this is stock movement analysis, wherein they'll show you who was the supplier and who is the buyer. Okay, and for same item, if I go for stock query report, this is a detailed stock query report wherein I'll get detail of cost also. What is the average cost of purchase? What is the standard cost? To whom you have sold, when you have sold. So the stock query report is detailed report, and definitely it is much more useful than stock movement analysis. Movement analysis will just show you from where you are buying and from where you are selling. But this report will give you average cost of buying also, average cost of selling also, everything. So this report is much more useful when your client is a manufacturing client who maintain different go down or batch details. So this after consumption, where this stock is parked, so that details, if you are having manufacturing client, this detail, this report would be much more useful than a movement analysis report. You will get entire thing in average cost basis here, and in which go down it is parked, It won't show it in movement analysis, but it will show in this query, stock query report. So this is the basic difference. So if you look for which is the detailed report, we'll definitely go through the stock query report. And if you just need to check a basic incoming and outgoing entry for stock, then the stock movement report will be useful. I hope the difference was clear.
Okay, I think Vanna ma'am also have a question. I'll just finish. So ma'am, can you copy your email ID and put it in the chat box so that people can keep it for reference?
Yeah, definitely.
And Uttam sir, do you have a question?
I would like to supplement.
Yeah, sir, please.
Just now you showed the screen. Can you go to that stock query?
Just a minute.
The method of valuation was shown as average cost.
Average cost.
And
yes.
By default, average cost in Tally is weighted average.
Weighted average, correct.
But as far as a trader is concerned, he normally follows FIFO perpetual.
Correct, correct, sir.
And in Tally, the default is average.
Average.
So when we do an audit, how can we verify whether the valuation has been correctly followed? The method of valuation has been correctly followed. It is not there in the audit and variance.
Yes, it is not there. It is not there in audit and variance. So I think by default what Tally is considering is average cost. And even if you use that physical stock voucher entry, the physical stock voucher entry effect will be done in average cost basis only. So this report is for our review, wherein the entry-wise rates are also given and entry-wise sale rates are also given. So this average cost Tally is giving by default. So I don't think so. We can change this costing method.
We can.
Okay.
So we can change the costing method, but just to see how it is happening, just go back one screen. You go back to stock summary.
Okay.
Go back. Be in stock summary.
Yes.
Alt C.
Okay.
Same period and method of valuation. Now you give FIFO.
Okay.
So by this method, you will be able to know if there is any error in the valuation method.
But this is the report I can fetch in stock. But when I go to stock query, then
query that is not there for audit purpose.
Query audit purpose to FIFO definitely we can select. But if I want to check this, that suppose when this report is useful, I'll tell you this report is very much useful when there is a huge difference or huge variance in gross profit ratio. So basically gross profit ratio, there are major changes either in sale purchase or in the stock. And if the sale purchase have not much variance, then the stock is the issue where the client might have done some adjustment. So to check that stock issue, this stock query report is very useful. And specifically where the go downs are maintained.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to tell, but I was trying to tell something saying that
yes,
the method of valuation.
Yeah, we can change the method of valuation there, but we can't change the method of valuation in this stock query default report.
No, once you change it there, it will change here also.
No, it is not changing.
Hello,
am
just try it out, ma'am.
Yeah,
just try it out. Go to Apple AirPod.
Good afternoon, Vandana ma'am.
Good afternoon, Sambar Dhara. What Uttam sir is telling now.
Yes.
Item wise, one have to go into the item and alter the method.
Alter the method. Okay.
So whenever you have created the item, first item if it is FIFO, the next item by default Tally takes as FIFO or average. So what he is trying to explain is that whatever result report you are watching, you can go to with the stock where is आप इसके previous screen पे जाइए आप escape कीजिए.
Yes.
हाँ अभी और एक one more escape and then control enter on that particular item.
Okay.
हाँ control enter करी and then you have to change the method. So method F12 करके आपको वो
F12
हाँ.
Okay.
Show more configuration.
Yes करना पड़ेगा. So देखो detailed methodology कि आपको क्या उसका valuation करना है उसके लिए वो करना पड़ेगा आपको.
Okay, so if I matlab I have to select this methodology for each and every item, or if I select it for one, it will be replicated in all other.
No.
No.
Once the data is already there, then each item you have to go and change. वो फिर मल्टी स्टॉक अल्टरेशन में जाके आप कर सकते हो.
So if my client have almost 4,000 to 5,000 raw material or 4 to 5,000 products, then how it is practically possible to change this?
So that is why
करना पड़ेगा.
that is why Audit is the option given by Tally that by different valuation method, what will be your stock value. So you don't integrate the accounts with inventory, and you can always put the valuation as per the method which you want to follow. First in, first out, so straight away Tally. Just now you
because
Audit करके.
Correct, because I think this.
Dhara, before we jump to something, can you just go to the voucher entry screen?
Yeah, sure.
Vouchers. Suppose that now if you are going to show them, there is something called inventory buttons. Can you see that on the right side? You go effect sales करो पहले effect दबाओ.
Yes.
Now inventory buttons, इसमें inventory है ना, तो inventory buttons दिखने चाहिए.
हाँ, inventory है इसमें.
हाँ, तो ये physical stock control F7 पे आप जा सकते हो, यहाँ से enter करो. This is you said ना कि whatever item you have to punch.
Yes.
On a specific
now
day, जब भी physical query होती है, see most of the big companies do on a say month end या quarter end जो physical. At that time they actually punching if there is a variance in particular item. That only. अगर same है तो कुछ करना नहीं है, तो physical stock voucher डालने की जरूरत ही नहीं है आपको.
Correct.
There is a variance that can be factored through this. That is how it is work. अच्छा, one more thing again escape करके एक मुझे और एक add-ons देना है just because I.
But एक अभी जब हमने ये physical voucher open कर ही लिया, I think somebody was having this doubt on physical voucher. So what we were discussing.
You put the apple. You put that item, no, whatever item you were watching.
Just try to change one stock item. It will give you.
It will show.
I know. Correctly, I know how to do it, so I don't want to change it right now because it will, affect things differently. I just want to discuss something regarding the valuation, which Uttam sir and you were explaining. So now, when that stock query was showing the average cost, and when I put this physical stock entry here, so that the amount affecting my stock would be, on average cost basis and not FIFO cost basis. So while auditing, that is also very important. What you said, that item wise we have to check what valuation they are considering on FIFO basis or average cost basis. So if your client is using this physical stock verification, physical stock voucher thing, then definitely we have to go through that valuation and check that valuation part also.
Okay, now see, effect sales, can you just do me for me? I just wanted to show them something which is very wonderful feature of Tally. Just press on effect.
Sorry?
Effect sales.
Okay.
So these feature of that stock query was generated by the Tally is what? When I'm doing some data entry, like someone on a storekeeper or he's selling. So at that time, क्या price पे sale किया था, that all information is readily available to them. So that is why that more details अथवा related reports जो ने बेमाती एक मास से. More details में सुझाव.
Party
तो ओला में जो ने
related reports.
जो they have given it over here.
Stock punching.
So why the purpose of doing this is that if inward is coming, तो purchase verification करना है bill का. So immediately last purchase price क्या थी आपके हाथ में जो document है, that price you can compare.
Compare.
This is why stock query was given as a button in while doing the data entry.
Correct.
This is how you practically use it. This is the valuation of a different ball game. Just now, one have to explore the features available in Tally is to ease out the person who is doing the data entry and give them a click of button the information. That is what I wanted to draw the attention.
Correct. So basically many professionals are facing various issues, while using this audit feature of Tally, that the source of entering the voucher is not correct. The heads are not correct. Basically the person putting the entries, they are not, correctly putting the entries unless they, classify the entry correctly, put the correct entries, then only we'll be able to 100% correctly use the audit features of TallyPrime. So it is very important. This was on face which Vandana madam told us that it is useful in the GST tax analysis while entry, putting the sale entry, and even in stock query also. So I think if more awareness would be there, while putting the voucher entry, it would be easier for us for checking also. So many professionals are, facing the same issue, that the vouchers and posting are not done correctly. So these reports are not coming correctly.
Ma'am, moving on, I think there's one more question in Q&A.
Okay.
How to identify variations via stock query report?
How to identify variations in the stock query report. So it will be, I think, easily visible in the stock query report itself, that what is the entire years or entire periods incoming, what is the entire period's consumption, or what is the entire period sale in which go down it is classified. So you will be, that is a consolidated one report, item-wise report of stock. So every adjustment done in that stock, you will be easily able to fetch it through stock query report.
Okay, I think, ma'am, we have no further question. I think there were a few requests for your presentation.
Definitely. You just give me a mail requesting you all to just put it on my email, because I might skip this chat box. So if I get a mail from you, I'll definitely share this PPT with you, and I'll definitely share that financial ratio calculations also with you. So definitely I'll do. You just put me a mail.
Great. So I think we have already sent your email
address
in the chat box. Dhara.Gandhi 2018
at
gmail.com. Yeah. Okay. So I think that leaves us with no further questions. Quite interactive session as always.
Quite interactive. Yes. Yeah.
So thanks a lot, Dhara ma'am. Thanks a lot, Uttam sir. Thanks a lot, Vanna ma'am, for being here. And Dhara ma'am, special thanks to you for taking out time and taking us through a very easy and a very clear presentation. Thank you so much.
I hope this was useful to various professionals, and
definitely it is. And we will be posting this video for YouTube so that more further people can benefit from this. So I will now end the webinar for all. Thank you.
Thank you.